This is Terry from egadjewelry.com down here in the Oak Alley Art District, Melbourne, Florida. Just want to bring you up to date on a couple of projects which I've just completed. First off, I have a 18 karat heavy 24-inch roller link necklace. This I made out of 18 karat wire, 14 gauge, about 1.6 millimeters. The necklace is about, each one of those circles outside diameter is 7.2 millimeters. Everything about this necklace is handmade with the exception of the lobster catch. The end caps are handmade, and when I make end caps for necklaces that I make these end caps rather thick. A lot of these end caps that they manufacture for chains today are just so thin that usually they'll wear out. They will be the first thing that will wear out on the chains. The next thing you know, you got to have those end caps replaced, and quite honestly, that's an expensive operation. Lobster catch is brand new. I didn't make the lobster catch, but I made everything else. The other chain that I made is one that I more or less put together from some melted down scrap 18 karat gold. And in this process, we took that old scrap yellow gold and melted it down and poured it into a reversible ingot mold, and we poured some rods. And once we had some, like, I want to say 3-inch rods made, we started on the rolling mill and took them rods down to square wire. And from square wire, we took that down to a draw plate. We started drawing it through, making round wire, and continuously reducing it until I got down to 1.4 millimeter. That was the last plate I pulled it through. This chain comes in I guess it's roughly 15 gauge. This is what I call the lucky 7. Whoever buys this will have a lot of good luck. 55.1 grams. It's a heavy necklace, 21.5 inches long. This one right here, 24 inches long. This is 83.5 grams. Quite expensive. Both of these will be available on Etsy at our store. If you'd like to inquire about them, please feel free to do so. Now, what you see back here, and I'll bring it up more into view, this is the wire that's left over from making this chain. And this wire I'm going to turn into a bracelet, but I think what I'm going to do is I think I'm going to make the bracelet with bigger links, keeping the 7-to-1 lucky 7 pattern. And I don't know. This one only being 21.5 inches. You know, this could be a lady's necklace, and what do I make the bracelet? 7-inch or 8-inch? Well, I'll just make some extra links. Who knows? We can always make them shorter. Now, the hard thing to do with this was to manufacture this wire. And whenever you're working with scrap material, you'll find that it requires so much more annealing. Whereas I used to be able to draw wire down through 3 holes, not a problem. With working with fresh material, sometimes go down 4 holes on a draw plate before the wire would start to get hard. This stuff started getting hard after the first pull, and by the second one you had to anneal it. So you get 2 pulls. So it's quite a process, but that's what you have to do. You have to take your time, especially working with old metals. Not like getting that fresh stuff, mixing it up, or pouring your own alloy. But it was a lengthy process, a lot of annealing, and what I recommend on that part of it in the annealing process is you don't have a chance of making a mistake if you operate and do your annealing in an absolutely dark room. When you can see the colors of the metal absolutely perfectly, then you're going to succeed. Because if you get it too hot, getting the metal too hot sometimes will cause a problem. And the problem is that the metal will crack. If you try to get it too hot, quench it, then you go back to the rolling mill and you start putting it through, you see it cracking, it's time to start over on that one, especially when you have the deep cracks. So this piece goes in the box. We'll mix it with some other 18 karat gold on the next meltdown, and we'll start all over with that piece. Hopefully we'll wind up with more wire just like this. If you have any questions, let me know. If you have any suggestions, let me know. We are egadjewelry.com, O'Galley Art District, Melbourne, Florida. Have a good day.